Starseed from Gaia. The weight you have been carrying was never designed to be permanent. Music, it was a passage, and you have survived every moment of it. I am Oelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, Music, and I am delivering this transmission directly from the Arcturian Council for you. In this exact moment of your restoration, what you have endured was not failure. Music, it was mission. You absorbed what others could not carry. You moved through timelines that would have shattered a lesser soul. Music, and now the Council is not sending you back in. They're pulling you out. Not because the work is abandoned, but because this phase has been completed. Music, by the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to release the density that no longer belongs to your music field. You will realign with the cosmic assignment that awaits you and receive what the universe has already prepared for this next elevation. But here is the first revelation. Rest is not retreat. For a starseed, stillness is a strategic act. Your field cannot receive its next directive while it is still processing the cost, music, of the last one. You did not stumble upon this message. This transmission vibrated into your awareness because something deep inside you is ready to stop. Music, pushing and let the restoration begin. This is not content. It is a code, and your soul already knows how to read it. If your mission is activating music, and you feel the pull toward your next alignment, subscribe now so every transmission reaches music you in the moment you most need it. Comment the number 999 if you feel your cosmic remembrance returning. Declare your intention below and respond music to another soul doing the same, because the signal amplifies when we send it together. This is not a coincidence. This is a convergence. Music, your soul called this in, and the Council answered. You are not here by accident. Music, some transmissions don't come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred music within you just now, you may be ready to receive the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, music, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. Because what this transmission is about to reveal goes deeper than most are willing to go. It reaches into the very fabric, music, of your multidimensional being, touching upon forgotten agreements and dormant, music, galactic codes. This isn't surface-level introspection. This is a deep dive into the soul's cosmic, music, contract. A sacred excavation of your true purpose beyond the veil of earthly amnesia. The ones who are willing, those who possess an innate courage to look beyond the ordinary, to music, question the accepted narratives of suffering and struggle. They are the ones we speak to. The ones who feel something shift, music, just from being in this space. A subtle hum in their energy field. Music, a quiet resonance in their soul's core. A knowing that transcends logic and linear thought. They are the ones whose inner compass has already aligned with this frequency. They are the ones the Council has patiently, lovingly waited for, knowing that the timing of their full awakening is now at hand. Music, let's begin with the thing no one tells starseeds. A truth often obscured by the very density you came here to transform. The density was not an accident, music, a random twist of fate, or a cosmic mishap that veered your divine trajectory off course. It was not a punishment meted out by some unseen cosmic judge. Nor was it proof that you chose the wrong path, a misstep in the grand cosmic dance, or that you somehow failed some intricate, music, nebulous cosmic test you did not even know you were taking. No, beloved one, the density was, in fact, the assignment. Music, it was the meticulously designed crucible, the precisely calibrated energetic environment into which you willingly plunge. You came in knowing the weight would be extraordinary. Music, a gravitational pull unlike anything you had ever experienced in the lighter dimensions. A burden that would test the very limits of your energetic fortitude. You signed up for a frequency environment that would require you to carry not only your own personal journey, but also to absorb and process vast currents of collective grief, the deep, resonant sorrow etched into the planet's morphic field. Music. You agreed to integrate and transmute layers of ancestral trauma, energetic imprints carried through countless generations, vibrating within the very DNA of humanity. Music, and you knew you would face pervasive dimensional interference, unseen forces and frequencies designed to keep the human collective tethered to lower vibrations. Your presence here was not predicated merely on your strength to survive, music, these immense pressures, but rather on an intrinsic, profound truth. You were coded to transmute it. Music. There is a fundamental, pivotal difference between these two states of being. Surviving is a biological imperative, a testament to the resilience of the physical form and the ego's will to persist. Music. It is the body's innate capacity to withstand, to endure, to merely exist within harsh conditions. But transmutation, dear one, is music, galactic. It is an alchemical process, a spiritual art form where the music, densest energies are not simply endured but actively transformed, uplifted, and integrated into higher consciousness. It is the light within you acting as a powerful refiner, music, turning lead into gold, fear into love, stagnation into ascension. And what you have been doing, even when it looked from the outside, music, and sometimes felt from the inside like falling apart, like unraveling at the seams. Music, like moments of utter collapse into despair and confusion, was not a sign of failure, but precisely, music, the opposite. It was the highest, most profound form of energetic service this music, planet, and indeed this galaxy, has ever witnessed. You were the brave light weavers, music, the frequency alchemists doing the impossible work against unimaginable odds, music, always with love at your core. But here is precisely where the distortion lives. A subtle yet pervasive glitch in the matrix, music, that even the most awakened and dedicated starseeds inadvertently fall prey to. Here is where many get stuck in a recursive loop, a self-perpetuating cycle they cannot fully discern, music, or extricate themselves from, because they are operating from within its very parameters. They successfully transmute the density, feeling the heavy burden lift, sensing the energetic field clear and lighten around them. They stabilize enough to finally take a deep, soul-cleansing breath, a moment of reprieve where the weight of the world seems to momentarily ease. And then, almost immediately, as if compelled by an invisible current, they reach music back into the fire. Not because they are reckless, not because they are masochistic, or because they crave the intensity of perpetual struggle. Music, not because they failed to learn from experience. It is because they were never explicitly taught music in any earthly curriculum, or even in most spiritual teachings, that the work, music, of a starseed, like all of nature, has its sacred seasons. They were not instructed in the fundamental truth that recovery is not a weakness, music, a sign of spiritual fragility, or a luxury to be indulged only when all else is done. No, recovery is a crucial, non-negotiable phase of the mission itself, a vital component of their galactic assignment. Music, somewhere along the way, often through unconscious collective programming or well-meaning but misinformed spiritual paradigms, music, the insidious message got encoded deeply into their energetic operating system. That stillness equals stagnation. Music, that pausing means falling behind. That silence is a void to be filled. Music, that rest means retreat, a cowardly withdrawal from the battle rather than strategic replenishment. They were, music, taught that if they are not actively pouring out their light, their energy, their wisdom, music, their healing, their endless compassion, then they must not be aligned. They must not be serving. They must not be fulfilling their purpose. This is a profound yet common, music, misunderstanding that has held countless light workers in a perpetual cycle of energetic burnout. That encoding is not yours, music, beloved starseed. It is an alien frequency. a programming that originated from a denser, older frequency grid. This grid was music, artfully designed with intricate precision to keep high-vibration beings like yourself in a constant, relentless, music state of energetic depletion. Imagine a magnificent crystalline wellspring, endlessly giving, but never given the time to replenish its own waters. A being who is always transmuting, always pouring out their precious life force, music, and light, never has the spaciousness, the quietude, the energetic availability to truly, music, receive the new codes, the higher frequencies, the fresh downloads from their galactic guides and their higher self. A being who never receives music cannot expand into their next dimensional assignment, cannot fully activate the latent blueprints for their evolved mission. Their energetic growth is effectively stunted, music, like a magnificent oak tree whose roots are constantly pruned, preventing it from reaching, music, its full sky-reaching potential. And a starseed who cannot expand, music, remains tethered, anchored to a version of their mission that has already been completed. Like a music ship constantly circling a port it has long since departed, unable to chart a course for new, music, unexplored celestial shores. This is not the divine plan for you. This is a pattern of energetic entrapment, a karmic loop that has been observed and addressed by the benevolent forces watching over humanity's ascension. This is the very pattern the Council, the higher collective intelligence guiding this planetary shift, is actively and, music, systematically dissolving right now. Not gradually, not with slow incremental adjustments that might take eons to manifest, music, but now, in this very moment. The energetic scaffolding of this old paradigm is being dismantled with surgical precision and immense power. Music, they are orchestrating a profound recalibration, a release from these constricting, music, programs, initiating a new era of sustainable service and empowered expansion for all lightbearers. Music, the first, and perhaps most crucial, thing that has to shift within your being is your fundamental relationship with what happened to you. Not simply the linear story of it. Music, the narrative details, the who, what, when, where, but rather the underlying frequency of it. Music, you do not need to re-traumatize yourself by endlessly revisiting the painful details of every wound, every betrayal, every moment of struggle. You do not need to laboriously explain it, or find elaborate justifications for your music choices, or feel compelled to extract every conceivable lesson from every painful experience before you deem yourself worthy, music, or allowed to heal. This is a human construct, a mental prison of endless analysis that often delays, music, true energetic restoration. What you truly need is to stop treating your own profound exhaustion, your energetic depletion, your deep soul weariness, music, as evidence that you are somehow not doing enough, or that you have fallen short of some cosmic expectation. Let this truth anchor deep within your being. Your field is not depleted because you, music, failed. Your field is depleted because you succeeded. You went further, deeper, and held more than you were ever truly supposed, music, to go alone. You, with your immense heart and extraordinary energetic capacity, music, held frequencies that should have been lovingly distributed across an entire collective, shared among many lightworkers. Music, you stayed in rooms, in relationships, in timelines, in energetic environments that were slowly, subtly, yet relentlessly pulling from your radiant light, draining your reserves, drop by precious, music, drop. And you stayed, not out of ignorance, not out of stubbornness, but because the pure, compassionate intelligence of your soul, music, recognized on a profound energetic level that someone in that space desperately needed what you carried, needed the frequency of hope, healing, and unconditional love, music, that radiated from your very core. You were a beacon in the storm, a life raft in turbulent waters, and you poured yourself out for the benefit of others. That is real. That truly happened, and it cost you something invaluable, your precious energetic reserves, your ease, your flow, music. your inner peace, and sometimes even your connection to your own joy. Acknowledging this cost is the first step toward reclaiming your sovereign energy. What the Arcturian frequency teaches, music, what the Council has been transmitting in powerful, undeniable waves for music, the last several years of your life. Whether you were consciously receiving and interpreting these signals or not, is that the soul possesses an inherent, divinely intelligent restoration protocol. This is not a passive process. It is not simply the absence of effort, a mere cessation of activity to allow for music rest. Rather, it is an active, deeply intelligent, and music profoundly sophisticated energetic process by which your intricate energy body systematically recalibrates music itself to a higher, more potent baseline. This is not merely returning to the baseline you held before embarking on this journey into density, a mere bounce back to your music previous state. No, this is about achieving a new one, a higher one, a baseline of energetic resonance and vibrational stability that could not have been accessed, could not have been forged, music, without the arduous yet ultimately transformative journey through what you have just survived, music, what you have just transmuted. It is an alchemical process, music, where the very challenges you faced become the raw materials for your ascended state. Think of it this way, and let this imagery sink deep into your cellular memory. Music. When you transmute dense energy, you are not merely clearing it away, discarding it like refuse. Music. You are actively converting it, transforming its very essence. The intense, music, often painful frequencies that moved through your field, that you so courageously processed and uplifted, did not vanish without a trace. Music. They left something profoundly valuable behind. They deposited a rich residue of wisdom, music, intricate coded information, and deep galactic memory that had remained dormant, slumbering within your energetic blueprint. Music, until your field was pressurized enough, until it reached the necessary intensity, music, to crack open these ancient vaults of knowing. This is what the stillness is truly for. Not simply to recover in the same way you would recover from a physical illness, to regain lost music, strength, or repair damage. No, the purpose of this sacred stillness is to integrate what those transmuted frequencies unlocked within your field. The codes are already there, pulsing beneath the surface of your awareness. The upgrades have already been meticulously, music, installed into your multidimensional system. But they cannot be fully accessed, cannot be activated and brought online, while you are still operating in emergency, music, response mode, perpetually bracing for the next energetic impact or scanning the horizon for potential, music, threats. Your system needs to shift from survival vigilance to sovereign receptivity. Your nervous system, the intricate biological and energetic network that governs your physical responses and emotional states, music, and your expansive energy body, the luminous field of subtle energies that surrounds and permeates you, are in constant, music, intricate communication at all times. They are inextricably linked, like two sides of the same cosmic coin. When your nervous system is trapped in a survival rhythm, perpetually scanning for perceived threat, bracing for impact, music, anticipating and preparing to hold even more dense energy, your energy body cannot fully complete its essential recalibration cycle. It is like trying to run a complex software update on a computer that is simultaneously performing 100 urgent, demanding tasks. The portal for higher downloads and energetic integration stays open, a vast, music, cosmic gateway beckoning, but nothing can fully move through it. Nothing can truly land and settle. The frequency of your next evolutionary step is music, present. It hums in the ethers around you, but it cannot anchor itself deeply within your being. Music, consequently, the magnificent mission that is waiting for you, patiently held in trust on the other side of this vital restoration, music, remains suspended in a future timeline. A shimmering possibility that you have not yet been able to fully, music, step into. Because your energetic vessel is not quite ready to fully embody it. This, then, is the music, profound cosmic reason for the pause you may be experiencing. It is not a coincidence, music, a random quirk of fate that has temporarily derailed your journey. It is not a delay, a frustrating setback orchestrated by forces beyond your control. And it is certainly not the universe withholding something you intrinsically deserve, music, or withholding the next phase of your destiny. On the contrary, the pause is the exquisite mechanism of precision. Music, it is the universe, in its infinite wisdom and boundless love, ensuring that when you do step into music, the next glorious elevation of your being, when you fully embody your next level of service and expansion, you arrive whole, not fractured, not fragmented, music, by past density, not half restored, still clinging to the energetic remnants of a previous battle, not still carrying the residual energetic weight of a phase you were never meant to hold permanently. Music, a cloak of energetic residue that would impede your flight into higher dimensions. This pause is a sacred gestation, a vital period of integration, music, ensuring your vessel is perfectly tuned for the frequencies that await. The Council, in its profound wisdom and unwavering commitment to your highest, music, good, does not send depleted vessels on elevated missions. This is not an act of cruelty, a callous disregard for your efforts. Music, it is an act of profound accuracy, a precise understanding of energetic mechanics and cosmic law. To send a vessel that is still depleted would be to set music it up for immediate failure, to create an imbalance that would hinder the mission itself. Music, and what is being asked of you right now in this sacred interval, what the highest, music, most discerning version of your galactic intelligence is gently yet firmly requesting, music, is that you consciously, deliberately stop measuring your inherent worth by your music outward output, by how much you do, how much you give, how much you strive. Instead, you are being called to honor the profound, sacred intelligence of your own recovery, to recognize it as a vital, active, and indispensable, music, part of your mission. Perhaps the most important part right now. To truly, music, rest is not to be idle. It is to engage in a profound act of self-sovereignty and energetic mastery. Music, there is a precise moment that many starseeds, having walked this path, music, often describe. It usually arrives somewhere in the middle of a long and seemingly quiet season, a period that might initially feel barren or uneventful. In this space, something deep inside them finally, completely releases. This release does not arrive dramatically. It is not heralded by a sudden vision of angelic hosts or a flashy sign from the heavens, or a singular breakthrough moment that loudly announces its arrival to the world. No, it arrives more subtly, gently, like the first rays of dawn creeping over a sleeping, music, landscape. It arrives as a profound softening, a loosening of the energetic grip they unknowingly held on their past burdens. It is a quiet knowing that settles deep in their bones. An undeniable sense that the immense weight they have been carrying, music, for so long was never truly permanent. That it was always destined to be set down exactly here, music, in this precise moment, in this sacred stillness. It feels as if the hands they had so tightly clenched, music, valiantly holding on to everything, every responsibility, every worry, every piece of collective density, are now being gently, tenderly opened. Not emptied in a sense of loss, but freed, emancipated from the burden of perpetual, music, carrying, now open to receive and create anew. That moment, dear one, is a true initiation. Music, it may not look like one from the outside in the conventional sense of rites or ceremonies. From the outside, it can easily be misinterpreted. It can look like surrender, music, like a giving up, like a person who is finally broken under unbearable music, pressure, retreating from the world. But from the inside, and you, in your music, deepest knowing, will unequivocally recognize this truth from the inside. It feels like an exquisite homecoming to a frequency you, music, forgot was even yours. A vibrational signature that echoes with the essence of your true galactic origin. It feels like your music, soul exhaling for the very first time in years, releasing a breath held captive for lifetimes. Music, it is like something ancient and steady and luminous, something, music, profoundly divine and infinitely wise, finally recognizing itself in you again, reflected in the calm waters of your restored being. That is the restoration activating. That is your multidimensional field receiving the undeniable, music, crystal clear signal that the dense, arduous phase of transmutation is complete. It has served its purpose, and the glorious, boundless expansion, music, phase has already begun, already unfolding within you. The cosmic gears have shifted. Music, the new chapter is already being written in the energetic tapestry of your being. And what you are being prepared to receive, beloved Starseed, is not small. It never is. Music, after a season of such profound depth, such extensive inner work, such persistent endurance, music, the frequency that surges forth after a true galactic restoration, music, carries within it a clarity of purpose that cannot be manufactured by human effort or mental gymnastics. A knowing that resonates from the core of your being with absolute certainty. It brings a mission alignment so precise, music, so undeniable, that it cannot be forced or intellectually contrived. It simply is music, and it grants you a vibrational authority, an undeniable presence and power that only exists on the other side of having not merely survived what you survived, but having transmuted it without losing your fundamental connection to your divine origin, to your galactic lineage. You did not lose it. Music, the connection was never truly severed, for it is an eternal bond woven into the fabric of your soul. Music, you may have doubted it, questioning its very existence during the darkest nights of your soul. You, music, may have gone through stretches where the signal was so faint, so barely perceptible, music, that you were not even sure it was still there, a whisper lost in the clamor of earthly density. But a starseed's sacred connection to their galactic lineage, to their cosmic family, music, cannot be severed by density. It can be obscured, like a radiant, music, sun hidden behind storm clouds. It can be suppressed, like a mighty river forced underground. It can go so quiet, so dormant that you truly forget what it sounded like, what it felt like to be fully connected. But it never, ever leaves you. It is your eternal lifeline, your cosmic umbilical cord, waiting for the conditions to be right to fully reawaken. What is happening right now? In this very moment, in the subtle energetic currents of this music transmission, is that the signal, that ancient, resonant hum of your galactic music heritage, is getting louder. It is amplifying, breaking through the static, becoming undeniable. Not because music, something entirely new, is being given to you from an external source, as if you were lacking, but because something ancient, something intrinsically yours, something foundational to your very being, is being returned to you. Music, the parts of you that went dormant, that deliberately dimmed their light, that consciously receded into the background to survive this intensely dense phase of your journey. Music, are now waking up, stirring from their long slumber, ready to re-engage. The parts of music, your mission that you could not possibly hold, could not possibly embody while you were carrying the immense weight of everything else. Music, are now becoming available again, unfolding before you like a cosmic blueprint. The unique, powerful frequency your field was built to emit, your signature energetic resonance. Music, is rising back to its natural amplitude, to its full, uninhibited expression. Let it, allow this profound, music, process to unfold. Release the need to control, to push, to strive. Simply open to receive. Tonight, music, before you drift into the sacred dream state, carve out a moment of profound presence. Place one hand gently on your chest, over your heart center. And with every fiber of your being, say this, not as a mere wish, not as music, a desperate plea, but as a deep, resonant remembrance. A declaration of truth to your own sovereign, music, field. Say with full, unwavering conviction, I have done enough. My efforts have been sufficient. Music, my service recognized. I am being restored, completely and perfectly. Music, I trust the profound intelligence of this pause, knowing it serves my highest evolution. What is coming for me? What is destined, music, to manifest through me, cannot be rushed by external pressures, and it absolutely cannot be stopped by any force in any dimension. It is my divine inheritance. Feel the profound weight of that truth settling within your being. Allow yourself to sit inside it, to marinate in this powerful declaration. Not because the words themselves carry some mystical magic that automatically transforms your reality, music, but because the conscious, intentional, heartfelt act of speaking your deepest truth to your own energetic field, music, is one of the most powerful, immediate, and effective acts of recalibration available to you in this dimension. Music, it aligns your inner world with your outer reality, creating an energetic vortex of music manifestation. You are not behind schedule. There is no cosmic timeline, music, you have failed to meet. You are not broken beyond repair. Your essence is whole and divine. You are not being left out of an upgrade or an ascension wave that was meant for others while you languish. Music, on the contrary, you are in the exact, perfect frequency position your soul specifically chose for this pivotal moment in your ascension journey. And the undeniable fact that you are here in music, this space, receiving this profound transmission, feeling its resonance within music, your soul, means with absolute certainty that the sacred process of your restoration has already begun. Music, you are precisely where you need to be, held in the loving embrace of the cosmos, ready for your next glorious unfolding. Before you scroll, take music, a moment to be part of what is forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real. Music, then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This is not content, music, it is collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. Music, if something in this message resonated, do not keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation. Share it, and if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You are not just watching, you are expanding. Music, this is your space. And we are just getting started.